Hi, everybody. Welcome to the very first video in our Getting Started Guide for Action Builder Administrators, folks who are just getting started building their organization from scratch. My name is Martha Grant. I'm the Director of Cooperative Development at Action Builder, and I'm in charge of making sure this tool is built cooperatively with organizers across the country. In this first video, we're going to cover how to set up your assessment scale. This is how you keep track of the at-a-glance information about where a person stands in relationship to your organization. Enjoy. Before we dig into setting up your assessment scales, I want to show you really briefly what this looks like in a campaign in your organization once you have them set. The assessments are prominently listed next to the name of everybody that you're organizing. That's this colored dot to the left. They're also very easy to add to a person's profile when you click New Assessment. The other place that the assessments are very prominently displayed is in the chart view. This lets you get counts of different people based on their assessments, percentages, and you can do a very simple visual breakout bar chart of people based on location or any field in the system using the assessment scale at a glance. So it should be a strategic decision point. Next, we're going to cover how you actually set up that assessment scale. It's the very first thing you do when you're setting up your organization. So I'm going to click Set Up Assessments. And this is where I choose my assessment scale. What is an assessment? An assessment is a quick, at-a-glance way of seeing where is this person in terms of their engagement with our organization. Labor unions use assessments really frequently. A lot of other groups in our progressive movement do as well. So you could think about assessments like a ladder of engagement. So you might have 5 or 6, somebody who has just heard about your organization for the first time, or somebody who you want to do outreach to for your organization. And then they become more engaged, maybe an engaged supporter, then a supporter, then a potential leader, then a leader. There's lots of ways you can structure your assessments. The key is that you want to have some assessment scale that you feel very comfortable with across all of your campaigns. So this is a pretty standard 1 through 5 assessment scale. You've got uninterested, so you can see at a glance that like, hey, these are people I don't need to talk to. You've got your supporters, your engaged volunteers, your potential leaders, and your leaders. Lots of organizations do similar type scales. Some do a scale that's really about like, is this person supporting an issue? So they might have somebody who's opposed to the issue instead of uninterested, maybe somebody who's actually organizing in opposition to you. And then people who are on the fence, people who are then supportive of the issue. Lots of different ways that you can use these scales. When I go ahead and save these changes, I can add additional levels, but I can't delete any steps after I've set this scale. So it's important that you really decide internally what you want this assessment scale to be before you get started.